Dan here with Triad RV Parts and LED for RV, and this is my third video in a series on a trip that I took out to Colorado on business. I went to a trade show with a company distributor called NTP Stag, and since I was going to be in the area of some of the nicest ski slopes there are in the world, I decided to go a day early and take in the slopes. And I started researching and looking into what it would take to get out there. I flew into Denver, and I can tell you it's a lot more involved for getting from Denver to the slopes over there in Summit County than one might imagine. So I did a video called Ski Logistics from Denver Airport. Now this video is going to basically deal with the ski resort that I decided on, which was Breckenridge. There were so many videos that I saw about Breckenridge, but there was a lot of different details that I was unsure about. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. All I'm trying to do is just add some of my experience here to enhance all the information that's already out there. There's a lot of good videos about Breckenridge, and I encourage you to look at a bunch of those. Now, if you go to Breckenridge, the place that you're going to end up at or going close to is the Breckenridge Transfer Center. The Transfer Center is about 35 or 40 yards from the gondola. The gondola will take you up to the slopes, and it is free. Now the gondola has 3 stops, and if you happen to be intermediate or a beginner skier, you're definitely going to want to go to Peak 8. Now the very best way to get your lift ticket is to go through Epic. It entitles you to several different slopes around there, and I highly recommend it if you can get it well in advance. My lift ticket was about a third the cost when I got it in November as what people were paying the day of their ski trip. I also recommend that you get your rentals right there at the slopes. Where I was at, I got the strong feeling that people wanted me there. They were extremely helpful. When I went in to get my rentals, I was assigned to a particular station where a guy was working with me, and there was a chair right there to try on the boots, and they were very helpful. So I highly recommend that. Now the very next thing that you're going to want, if you're like me, is a locker. And I couldn't find much details about the locker, so that's why I wanted to incorporate this. The lockers are in a different building from the rentals, so you'll actually have to carry your boots and your backpack over to there. But the lockers are purchased by way of a ATM style kiosk, and you get assigned a particular number and you have to put in your code, and you will get that locker for the rest of the day. You can go in and out of your locker as many times as you want with no extra fee. Now it's time to hit the slopes, and if you happen to be a North Carolina intermediate skier, wink wink, or a beginner, you want to hit the Riptides lift. Right below where you get off that lift, there is a place called Try Gives Platter. It's a fenced in area for beginners. There's a lot of people in there trying to learn how to ski. It is just not for people who are doing paid lessons. It is for everyone. Everyone is welcome, and everyone is helpful in that area. Inside that fenced-in area is a drag lift, and the guy operating that thing can slow it down and help you get on there. And I encountered the guy who I just really am very appreciative of. He was so very helpful, and you can see from this video how helpful he was. When he was trying to teach me how to ride the drag lift, he realized that my boots should have been a little bit tighter, and then he coached me a little bit on it. And this is a good example of all the people up in Breckenridge. They seemed to be so helpful. They were appreciative of the fact that you were there, and it made me feel like they wanted me to be there. There's 2 more very important issues that I want to cover here. Number 1 is effort times lack of oxygen equals tired. If you're not from up in that area, you're not used to it, you will tire easily. It will make for a short day. That is why I put so much detail on how to get to that flat surface It Gives Platter so you can get your ski legs. It will extend your day. And the last thing that I want to suggest is this: packs of mustard. I would get several packs of these and stick it in your pocket and carry it with you up on the slope. I don't care how well you hydrate beforehand, I don't care how much you stretch, you still stand the chance of getting cramps. I did, and I was grateful I had a couple of them. I encountered somebody else who was having cramps, and I gave them a couple of these. They had never heard of it. In less than 5 minutes, the cramps are gone. Do not forget this. Prior to getting up there and getting the opportunity to go skiing, I was very appreciative of all the videos that people had made that made my trip a little easier, and I just wanted to kind of add to all that information and cover stuff that I didn't necessarily find so easily. So anyway, I hope you enjoy your video, this video. I hope that you found it helpful, and also if you would give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much.